Welcome back to the Old Charles. Today we are talking about the United States 5-cent coin from 1983 and why so many people still search for its value. This coin is also known as the Jefferson nickel, and it is one of the most common coins found in circulation even today. The 1983 5-cent coin was produced by the United States Mint during a time when America was facing economic change and rising metal costs. This year is interesting because no official mint sets were sold, which makes high quality examples harder to find. The obverse of the 1983 5-cent coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. His image was designed by Felix Schlag and has been used on the nickel since 1938. Jefferson is facing left and the word Liberty appears near the rim along with the date 1983. Many coins from this year show weak strikes, especially on the hair and facial details, because the mint was using worn dies to save money. On the reverse side the coin shows Monticello, which was Jefferson's famous home. The building appears in the center with the word Monticello above it and 5 cents below it. United States of America also appears along the rim. Many circulated examples show soft steps on the building, which is very common for this year. Collectors often look for full steps on Monticello because they add extra value. The 1983 5-cent coin was struck at two mints. The Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins from Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while coins from Denver show a small D letter. There were hundreds of millions of coins produced, which means most circulated examples are worth face value only. In everyday condition you will usually see wear on the high points such as Jefferson's cheek and jaw and the steps of Monticello. In circulated condition the value of a 1983 5-cent coin is generally 5 cents. This includes coins with scratches, discoloration and normal where these coins were used heavily in daily transactions and are very common. How coins are a different story because mint sets were not officially sold. Many people saved rolls from banks instead. High-grade uncirculated coins can be harder to locate today. A 1983 5-cent coin in uncirculated condition can be worth more than face value, especially if it has strong details, clean surfaces and no major marks. Coins graded by professional grading services can bring higher prices depending on the grade. Coins with full steps on Monticello are the most desirable and can sell for a premium. Among collectoro errors and varieties can also increase the value of a 1983 5-cent coin. Some examples may show off center strikes, double dies or planchet errors. These mistakes happen during the minting process and are popular with error coin collectors. If you believe you have an unusual example, it is always a good idea to have it examined by an expert. The metal composition of the 1983 5-cent coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel. The coin weighs 5 grams and has a smooth edge. The metal value itself is not higher than face value, but the historical and collectible interest keeps people searching through their change. The history of the United States 5-cent coin from 1983 is closely connected to the long story of the Jefferson nickel and the economic situation of America during the early 1980s. The 5-cent coin has been part of American money since 1866, but the design used in 1983 began much later, in 1938, when the Jefferson nickel was first introduced to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers and the third President of the United States. By the time 1983 arrived, the Jefferson nickel had already been in circulation for more than 40 years. The country was facing inflation, rising production costs and changes in minting policies. During this period the United States Mint was focused on reducing expenses and increasing efficiency. This led to the use of older dies and fewer special collector products, which directly affected the quality of coins produced that year. 1983 is especially notable in coin history because the United States Mint did not issue official uncirculated mint sets for collectors. This decision was made as part of cost-saving measures. Instead, collectors had to rely on coins taken directly from circulation or saved from bank rolls. Because of this, many high quality examples were never preserved properly, making well-struck and clean coins more difficult to find. Today the Jefferson nickel design itself carries deep historical meaning. Thomas Jefferson is shown on the front of the coin, representing leadership, independence and the early ideals of the nation. The building on the back, Monticello, was Jefferson's home and a symbol of American architecture, education and innovation. This design connects everyday money to the personal legacy of one of America's most important historical figures. During the early 1980s, millions of 5-cent coins were used daily across the United States for transportation, food and small purchases. These coins passed through countless hands and businesses, reflecting ordinary American life. The heavy circulation of the 1983 nickel explains why most surviving examples show noticeable wear and why truly sharp examples are now more respected. By collectors, the 1983 5-cent coin stands as a reminder of a challenging economic era and a turning point in modern coin collecting. Its history shows how government decisions, economic pressure, and everyday use can shape the coins people carry in their pockets. Even though it is a small and common coin, it represents a real moment in United States history that continues to interest collectors today. The condition of a United States 5-cent coin from 1983 plays a very important role in its value and collectability because most of these coins were heavily used in everyday circulation over many years. Condition refers to how much wear and damage a coin shows from use, handling, and storage. In poor condition, a 1983 5-cent coin will be very worn. The details on Thomas Jefferson face will be mostly flat. The hair and cheek will lack definition, and the date may be weak or hard to read. On the reverse, the steps of Monticello will be almost completely smooth and the building details will be faded. These coins usually show scratches, stains, and edge damage, and they are worth only face value. In good to very good condition, the main design is still visible but heavy, whereas present Jefferson facial features are worn and the lettering is soft. The reverse shows Monticello, but the steps are worn together and fine details are missing. These coins were used for many years and are still very common. Their value remains close to 5 cents in fine to very fine condition. More detail can be seen on Jefferson hair and coat, although wear is still noticeable. The lettering is clear and the date is strong. On the reverse, Monticello is sharper and the windows and roof lines are visible, but the steps are still worn. These coins are slightly more attractive but still generally worth face value. In extremely fine condition, the coin shows only light wear on the highest points. Jefferson cheek, jaw, and hair retain good detail, and most design elements are clear. On the reverse, Monticello appears sharp with some step detail visible. Coins in this condition are less common but usually still affordable in uncirculated condition. A 1983 5-cent coin shows no wear from circulation.